everybody. Welcome back. I'm back. Another video. Um, Today's episode of GH. It was on the dry side. I will say this. I try to give a lot of these characters, these actors, a chance on this show. I don't actor bash. I don't like to actor bash, but character bash, yes. I really don't see the point of Nathan and Nina. I honestly, I really don't see the value in them. Like, what is the value of having them on the show? I mean, I don't want to see an actor get the boot from a show because that's a job that they lose. You know what I mean? But if you're gonna have them on the show, you need to spruce them up. You need to get me interested because it's like seriously, you need to get the fans interested in these characters. I'm just tired of repetitive dialogue. Like they have the same conversations. Now that Nathan knows that Valentine is out, he's again, even when Valentine was gone, he was telling Nina she need to ditch him. Nina is being wishy-washy. She signs the divorce papers. Even before she signed the divorce papers, she didn't know whether or not she wanted to sign them. Now that she signed them, she still don't know if that's the right choice. She's asking other people for their opinions. Like, make up your mind. Like you're a grown ass woman. You're 50 years old. Make up your mind. Like seriously, the papers are already signed. What was so funny about Nina was she told Valentine that they're divorced. No, but you said that you're divorced, but in the next breath you said that the papers have to be notarized. They got to go through some legal stuff. So you're not divorced. I don't understand why soap operas do that. Why do they have characters say things like that or do things like that? The whole procedure is stupid because on these shows they would have two people sign divorce papers and they would say, "Oh, we're divorced now." That's not how it works. When you sign technically Nina and Valentine are still married. Technically, they're still legally married. Just because they signed the papers don't mean they're divorced. She said it herself that the papers were not notarized. So if they're not notarized and they haven't gone through the court system, you're not divorced. You're still married to them. Like I pretty much know how that shit work. I've never been divorced, but I'm pretty much, know how that shit go. And I've heard about how it goes. They sign the divorce papers. They have to be notarized. They have to go through the court. The judge has to sign off on it. He has to sign it. And he has to send you your final divorce. Once you get the final divorce decree, you're officially divorced. Once the judge signs it and you get the decree, you're divorced. But just because you sign the papers don't automatically make you divorced. It has to go through the process, the court process. So until it goes through that, you're still married. Um, and it's obvious that Valentine and Nina are gonna get back together. That's obvious. I don't understand why the writers even went through all of this. They had Sonny and Carly go through this, Valentine and Nina go through this. None of these couples ended up divorced. So we basically got months of dialogue about divorce every 5 seconds. Neither one of those couples got a divorce. So what the heck? I just felt like that was a waste of time. We just sat through months of this back and forth dialogue about assets and oh we're getting a divorce. Now everybody trying to get back together now. The only couple that stayed true about their divorce was Alexis and Julian. They're the only ones who actually went through with their divorce. Like the only couple that went through with it was the two of them. The other couples, yeah, they backtracked like a motherfucker. I just felt like that was months of wasted time. Like hearing repetitive dialogue for couples that's just gonna get right back together again. Like what the hell was the point? So we sat through that for nothing. There was no payoff. So what was the payoff to that? Nothing. The hell? Like seriously, that's just dumb. I'm just like I'm over Nathan and Nina. Like they just bore me. Like every time I see them together, it's nothing fun with them. It's just draining conversation that it's like 20 minutes of conversation of them talking about nothing. 20 minutes of my life I can't get back. You know what I mean? Like I don't care if they stay in the show, but you got to do something better with them. Like seriously, make them interesting. So Obrecht got a pretty cushy deal, if you ask me. All Finn told her she had to do was apologize publicly. She apologized to him, apologize to the hospital, go on public record with the board and tell the board that she's the one who tampered with his drug test so she can clear his name and he can go back to practicing medicine. And all charges against her, and she also has to resign from the hospital. All charges against her will be dropped. She pretty much was not having that at first. She wasn't having it, and she's still blaming Finn. So all of this dumb shit, her whole vendetta against him is all about the fact that she got demoted at the hospital because she lost her job as chief and she was demoted. But that wasn't Finn's fault. That was your own fault because of your own actions. It was because of your actions. So why keep blaming Finn? He did nothing to you. Your actions is what got you in this position in the first place. Your actions is what got you demoted. Your actions is what got you locked up, and now you have to resign from the hospital, and basically you're never going to be able to practice medicine again. That was all your fault. It was your fault. So now she's entertaining the idea of taking his deal or whatever because Nathan kept urging her to take the deal. Now she wants to go after Finn in another way. Now that she found out about the baby with Hayden, now she wants to go after the baby now. Since she felt like now she has a whole new vendetta against Finn. She feels now that Finn took away her medical career, so now she's gonna take away his baby. Like this is just a, ugh. I just feel like they're trying to get rid of Kathleen Gaddy. I feel like that's what they're trying to do because that's the only way the storyline is gonna play out at this point. If something happens to Hayden and the baby because of Obrecht, they're gonna have to write Obrecht out. They're going to have to because there's no way she's gonna be able to get away with killing a child or potentially killing Hayden if that's where they're going with it. There's just no way that she's gonna stay on the show with that. It's like Obrecht just does not understand. Like by you continuously seeking these petty vengeances for no reason for your own actions, you're stacking the deck against you even more. You're the reason why you keep landing in hot water because you won't just let shit go. You were demoted at the hospital a long time ago and you're still holding on to that shit. Like, get over it. It wasn't even his fault. It's obvious that she's delusional. That's obvious. And I actually like Obrecht. You know, I like her, but I feel like they keep painting her into these corners. Like, you kill that kid, you kill that baby, or you kill Hayden, or both. How the hell you think you're gonna get yourself out this situation? Your Nathan's not gonna be able to help you. He was barely able to help you this time. Next time you do something again, you ain't gonna be so damn lucky. She might want to rethink her plan, like, and just drop this whole dumbass vendetta. But actually, you know what? It's still good drama for us. But I like Obrecht. I like having her around. Um. So anyway, it was good to see Hayden and Elizabeth hanging out. Sisters bonding over some ribs. That's always fun. But Hayden had her little, scare or whatever, but it turned out to be nothing. It was good Andre was there. Um, it sucks that they're waiting until now to like show the bond between Hayden and Elizabeth, knowing that she's about to be off the show. Now I have no interest in these scenes. Now that I know Rebecca's leaving the show, I have no interest in Hayden or Elizabeth getting to know each other better. I don't have an interest in it because I already know that Hayden's about to leave the show. So what's the point? You know what I mean? Like, what's the point of getting invested into it now? If this was months ago, then yeah. But you waited till she's about to leave the show to put them together in scenes. Like, come on, that was just dumb. I'm just saying, like, they should have did this months ago. And I really think it's crazy to even let Rebecca leave, like, to even drop her. Like, what is wrong with y'all? She's a very talented actress. People are just now getting more interested in her character, from what I've seen. Um, so I think it's crazy that they're dropping her now. When shit is just now, starting to pick up, get a little red hot, and now you're just gonna drop it like that. But anyway, it sucks. I really do. I hate when actors I like actually leave the show and they keep the characters that are bland and boring and don't bring anything to the show, and that's the people that they choose to keep. I don't understand their logic and thinking. I don't know. So anyway, I was mad because Anna and Andre got interrupted by Dante. I was pissed about that because a lot of people say they don't like Andre with Anna. I kind of do. That's just my opinion. I like them together. They look nice together. And besides, who else can you pair them up with? I can't think of anybody else to really pair them up with. So I like the chemistry between them. It's obvious that Anna definitely wants something more with him. Andre's kind of pulling back a little bit. He's kind of pumping his brakes, but it's obvious that Anna wants more. So it's all a matter of who's gonna blink first at this point. Andre know he want it. He know he do. Come on, I can see Andre face. He do. He's being a little apprehensive about it. Um, so moving on from that, Anna gets to the Metro Court and she's trying to explain to Dante and Lulu, they're trying to figure out how Valentine got released. So she called Robert, but Robert wasn't picking up. Apparently, he's in some sort of meeting. She called the second time to the WSB. They told her that he was in a meeting, but they did explain to her what happened. And basically, Valentine was released because the WSB don't have any real evidence against him. Without Helena and without Alex to testify, they have really no evidence against Valentine. So they pretty much decided if we go ahead with the trial, the fact that we created the Chimera, the WSB created the Chimera, it's going to be public knowledge now. So they're going to face a lot of scrutiny for that. And it was a chance that Valentine was also going to walk anyway if they went to trial with this. So publicly, they were going to be humiliated, embarrassed, and Valentine was going to walk. So they chose to kind of cover it up, just drop charges against them and keep it quiet and, act like it never even existed. Which I think was a smart move because I feel like had this thing went to trial and the public found out about it, it would have been hell. They would have been investigated to the ninths. Like seriously, that whole organization would have been investigated. They would have stayed in the newspaper. It would have been a big ass clusterfuck. So it was smart of them to kind of just bury this and just let it go. It was smart on their part. So Valentine was reunited with his daughter. And of course, Dante and Lulu are not happy about it. Dante trying to be all macho and stuff like that, talking about some, oh, Charlotte ain't going nowhere. See, this is the Dante and Lulu I don't like. Them being like so, against Valentine. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like Valentine did murder her sister, I mean her brother. So I definitely understand her anger. But I think her anger is more about him keeping Charlotte away from her all these years, which I also get too. But at this point, it's obvious Valentine isn't going anywhere. I'm still pissed that he killed Nicholas and basically got away with it because Nicholas was one of my favorite characters. But as long as he's on the show and they do have Charlotte, I say that they go to court and I say they reopen the custody situation, and I say that they come to an agreement. And I think that they should have joint custody. I felt like they should have had joint custody from the get go. Hopefully, Dante and Lulu actually sit down with Valentine and work this out instead of making it ugly like it was last time. Because we all know once shit like this get ugly, it ain't gonna end well for somebody. And chances are it ain't gonna end well for Lulu and Dante. So their best bet is to just play it safe, talk to Valentine, make nice, and go for joint custody. That's your best bet at this point because the last thing I need to see is another custody war. Like seriously, like why keep putting yourselves through all of that again? Try to switch it up, do something different this time. I think that's the best bet. That's the best route Lulu and Dante should take at this point because they saw what happened last time. So don't rock the boat this time. Um, Anna, Anna basically put Valentine on notice. She told Valentine, this is your second chance to, do something new with your life. Don't be a criminal and, lead the straight and narrow. And she told him if he goes back to that criminal shit, she's waiting for him to do it. Because as soon as he do, she's gonna be waiting to lock his ass up. And this time she won't have no remorse about it. So I like that Anna put him on notice. Like she definitely put him on notice. It's gonna be hard to see, Hayden go. It was good at the end to see Finn and Hayden together. I don't know what the status of Michael Easton is. I don't know yet. There's been no news on it yet. So I don't know. Maybe he's gonna stick around for a little while longer. Who knows? There's been no like news about him leaving. It's been rumors, but they have not really been confirmed to my knowledge, so we don't know yet. Um yeah, so Nathan and I feel like Nina, she's definitely gonna go back to Valentine. There's no ifs buts about it. She's trying to be strong, trying to act like she don't want him no more. She gonna go back. That's obvious. That's a given. She's gonna go back. Anyway, it wasn't really a whole lot to this episode. It was kind of like a filler episode for the most part. But Anyway, I hope all you have a great day. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that comment button. I'll see y'all all later. You definitely gonna see me later. Peace. I'm out.